Hello everyone. Welcome back to Easy English Stories on the Learn English at Home 79 channel, where we make learning fun and simple. Today, we have a special story about climbing the tallest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. Have you ever dreamed of reaching the top of a mountain? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Hi listeners! I'm so excited to retell this amazing adventure. We'll listen to the story, learn some new words, and think about what it means to achieve something big. Let's get started with our journey to Mount Everest.
Perfect! As we go, we'll pause to explain some important words. So, keep listening and try to catch every new word we introduce.
Today is the most important day of my life. I finally climbed Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. The top was amazing. It felt like we were close to heaven.
Now let's explain the word heaven. In English, heaven means a place that some people believe you go to when you die, and it's also used to describe a place that feels beautiful or perfect. For example, when I die, I hope that I go to heaven.
Exactly. At the top, the snow was so thick that my boots sank. The air was silent. I looked at the beauty that surrounded me.
Let's pause and explain thick. If something is thick, it means it's wide or solid, not thin. For example, the fog was so thick that I couldn't see through it, and boot is a heavy shoe that goes over your ankle. Like, he wore boots so that his feet wouldn't get wet.
Great explanations. And silent means there was no sound at all. For example, since no one was home, the house was silent.
You said you looked at the beauty surrounding you. To surround means to be all around something. Like, we surrounded the suspect on all four sides. Now, you mentioned that your story might become a legend someday.
Right. A legend is a story from the past, often about something special or heroic. For example, there is a well-known legend about a king and his queen. I hope people remember this adventure forever.
That's inspiring. Stories like yours can motivate others to dream big or try something new. Sometimes, legends start just like this one person's experience passed on to others.
Because I was the senior explorer, I knew we needed proof of our climb. I took many pictures with my camera and planned to put them in a frame and hang them.
Let's explain senior. If someone is senior, they are the oldest or have been there the longest. For example, because he got his job first, Bob is the senior chef, and a frame is the border for a picture. For example, I have to get a frame for my friend's picture.
Exactly. Pictures help us remember special moments and share our stories with others. Maybe these photos will inspire someone else to climb a mountain one day.
Let's talk about the weather. You said the air was very cold, so you wrapped your coat around your body. To wrap means to cover something on all sides. For example, I wrapped his gift and put a bow on it.
That's right. I looked over the side of the mountaintop. From that angle, I saw the border of the clouds touching the rocks below. The snow was thick and looked pure.
Let's pause. Angle is the direction from which you look at something. For example, the giraffe turned its head to see from another angle, and border is the edge of an area. Like, the postcard had a pretty green border.
And pure means something is very clear and beautiful, with nothing mixed in. For example, the rose was pure. It had no dirt or imperfections.
You said there was no sign of modern life, and you thought about your ancestors seeing the world this way. Let's explain ancestor. An ancestor is a family member from the past. For example, my ancestors came from Germany.
That's right. When I stood on the mountain, I imagined how my ancestors might have seen the same snowy mountains thousands of years ago. It made me feel connected to history and my family.
That's a powerful thought. Sometimes, thinking about our ancestors helps us understand where we come from and the challenges they faced.
After 15 minutes, I knew it was time to proceed down the mountain. It was hard to leave, but safety comes first.
Let's stop and explain proceed. To proceed means to go in a certain direction. For example, my son and I proceeded to the beach so we could go fishing.
That's right. Even when we want to stay, sometimes we must proceed for our health and safety. It's a good lesson for life. We can enjoy special moments, but we also need to know when to move on.
When you reached safety, the team congratulated you. To congratulate means to tell someone you are happy for them. For example, Bill and Angela congratulated each other on a job well done.
Yes! My superior, John Hunt, praised us all. To praise means to show that you like someone or something. For example, the coach praised both athletes after a good practice.
It's nice when others notice our hard work. A superior is someone who is above you in rank or position. For example, I think cooking outdoors is superior to cooking indoors.
After the climb, I sent messages to my relatives to tell them I was safe. A relative is a family member. For example, my relatives came by to see the new baby.
That's important. When we do something big, our relatives often want to know we are okay. Staying connected with family is always special, even when we are far away.
I agree. It made the experience even more meaningful to share it with people I care about.
You mentioned it was hard to leave the mountain because the sight was incredible. Incredible means something is so amazing that it's hard to believe. For example, I have an incredible story to tell you about my vacation.
That's true. We sometimes experience moments that are so beautiful, they almost don't feel real. It's important to appreciate these moments and to think about how we can create more incredible experiences in our own lives.
That's a great point. Listeners, think about a time you saw something incredible. How did it make you feel? What can we learn from these special moments?
Now, let's review the new words from our story. Ancestor, angle, boot, border, congratulate, frame, heaven, incredible, legend, praise, proceed, pure, relative, senior, sealant, sink, superior, surround, thick, and wrap.
Let's give an example for each. My ancestors came from Germany. The giraffe turned its head to see from another angle. He wore boots so that his feet wouldn't get wet. The postcard had a pretty green border. Bill congratulated his friend. I need a frame for this picture.
When I hope I go to heaven. I have an incredible story. There's a legend about a king. The coach praised the athletes. We proceeded to the park. The water was pure. My relatives came to visit. He is the senior chef. The house was silent.
The boat sank. This chair is superior. We surrounded the campfire. The fog was thick. I wrapped the gift. Practice using these words in your own sentences to get comfortable with them.
Now, we want to hear from you. Have you ever done something that felt incredible or made you proud? Maybe you finished a hard project or helped a friend. Share your story or your answer in the comments or with a friend.
That's right. Talking about your own experiences is a great way to practice new words and build confidence in English. Don't be shy, every story is important, and we love hearing from our listeners.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, every time you listen, read, or speak in English, you are improving. Even small steps will help you reach your goals.
Keep learning, stay curious, and don't give up heaven when things seem difficult. Try to use new words in your daily life, maybe with a friend or by writing a short story. You're doing an incredible job. See you next time, and happy learning!